We're doing a post-breakup blue smoky eye today, and the reason that the description's so specific, it's just a old look of mine. I did it right here. It was like 3 or 4 days after I broke up with my very toxic, abusive ex. I want to celebrate my progress and remind myself of where I dug myself out of mentally. I want to do something that I know I can achieve because I've already done it, and that I want to kind of spice it up a little bit. I also am not feeling awesome today. That period of my life is just so interesting. I figured I would talk about it while I do the makeup. I'm not gonna glue down my brows today because I don't want to. I'm not gonna label it as drag just because I feel like it's not gonna be drag. But I'm a three-dimensional person, so let's do it. Notoriously, every video of mine, I knock my light and my camera over. But Christmas is coming up, and I asked for a new light and setup, so hopefully that will be fixed soon. Out of drag, I'm just wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and I don't have makeup on, and maybe a hat. And I have a mullet, which is, you know, kind of everything. I love it. I do love the duality of being hyper feminine in drag and out of drag just like a little goblin. I still get to live my diva fantasy, but I also can like be myself. Trying to figure out my gender, oh god, it's such a nightmare. It was always really hard because I knew that I loved dressing up, but I didn't like being dressed up. Where I would not want to go out, I would just want to dress up and take it off, which that's basically what drag is, you know, it's like a performance. You dress up, take it off, it's like a costume. But I lived in that costume for like 22 years. It always felt so weird to me. I never felt like myself or real until I started really trying to accept that part of me. I just got this liquid contour from Milani and I'm gonna try it. I'm really nervous, honestly. I didn't buy the lightest shade like I normally do, and I've never tried this before. Oh, it's one of those. I don't know how I feel about these like little sponge applicators. They kind of stress me out a little bit. I feel like they get dirty really fast. I also took a class called the Human Microbiome, which really did not help my like OCD germophobia. It really made it so much worse because they're basically just telling you about all of the bacteria on your body and how it helps you and what it does, and it's really interesting. Your body is like an entire little universe for bacteria, and I'm sorry, this is gross, but it's so cool. It's disgusting, but it's really cool. This is a lot warmer than I normally go. My e.l.f. contour was like very gray. I think this will be better for drag. I'm not sure how I feel about it right now. We'll see. After I powder, I think I can like actually judge it. And the shade's called Ginger, which I thought was cute. This is probably one of the lowest points of my life, really. Just because of the nature of trauma. Your brain, you know, kind of throws out the information because it can't handle it at that time. And at this time, I didn't know why I was so... I knew there was something wrong, but I didn't know what it was. And it's just like the worst feeling ever, and you can see it in my face. But it makes me so happy and proud that I actually figured it out. And here we are. Since blue and orange are opposites on the color wheel, we're gonna do some orange for blush. I have this really pretty cream blush that comes with a powder blush as well. It's also really fancy. It's Patrick Ta. Thanks, Mom. My sister's so bougie for no reason. She'll, you know, help my mom buy gifts for me and vice versa. I mean, I'm not mad. I think I'm gonna finally admit it to myself. I don't like this Rare Beauty foundation. It does not sit on my skin right. Let me paint a picture for you of how my life was at this moment. This was in 2021. I had just turned 20, basically. I was working full-time for the first time ever. Mind you, working has always been something that's difficult for me and for my personal mental illness. I was working 30 hours a week, and this was also in 2021. The pandemic was still very much happening. I had just finished an entire year of college online, and it was, extremely brutal for me personally because of said toxic ex. He switched to my major while we were dating. And then I basically was just doing two people's homework at the same time. So it was like really cool and awesome. I don't think I learned a thing because I was so focused on what was happening at home. I just did not have the capacity to learn, especially online. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I would just turn the computer on in bed and just sleep. I'm shocked that I was able to come out of that, pass all my classes, and still get a research scholarship, which is what I was doing for 30 hours a week in the summer. I ended up graduating. I've made it here. I'm doing great. It's actually crazy how much progress that I have made. Even though from the outside it kind of looks like my life went on pause. I had landed this really good, really cool research position where I had a mentor, and I was gonna work in his lab for like 3 months, and I was gonna get paid for it. I did get paid for it. It was one of my favorite college experiences. It just was very much a confidence booster. I learned a lot. As I mentioned, where it was really hard to pay attention in school, after the breakup, it was so hard to learn and pay attention in the lab. But luckily, since that was like the most I'd ever worked, I kind of just put my head down and went right into it. It was really hard to focus on literally anything, but that's kind of what I put all of my energy into. Also, I was grieving because my grandma that I was very close to passed 6 months prior, which was really, really, really hard on my family, especially since it was during COVID. And, she was a beacon. She was fantastic. Half of my house is decorated with her stuff. This is hers. It's a tablecloth. And, she just is still such a big part of my life. I came out as bisexual in January. So I was dealing with figuring out my sexuality, which we all know is difficult. Everything that's made me who I am right now kind of all started and was happening all at once. Enough of the sad stuff. I am proudly non-binary and pansexual, and I'm happily in a relationship with my soulmate. All of that hardship was worth it. My healing process truly has lasted 5 years, and it's still, obviously I'm still healing and still doing my best. I'm still not able to do everything that I want to be able to do. I'm getting a lot better every single day. And really the most difficult thing has been my executive dysfunction, where I just simply can't do anything. Whether that's chores or working or taking care of myself. That's just the name of depression, and it's really difficult, but I'm really, really proud of what I've been able to do. A brief makeup note. I'm going in with a little bit of a darker blue on the outside on my crease and on the outer V of my eye. And then I'm gonna go in with a cream first for the blue because I don't have that eyeshadow anymore. 2025 very much was the year of healing for me. After about 2 years in the biology workforce, I was just really at my limit, and my brain demanded that it got the attention it needed. It's kind of just my My brain broke, but I didn't know why. I wasn't able to fully come to terms and have full clarity on what even happened until December of 2024, which is insane. That's like 5 years after the event itself happened. So it's just crazy that my brain was able to kind of armadillo protect itself for years. It got me through college, it got me through everything. And then as soon as I had a stable relationship, a stable support system, my brain was like, okay, it's time. I'm ready to be heard. It's really tragic and it's awful, a lot of the stories you hear, but it is so fascinating the way that your brain is hardwired evolutionarily to protect you. I think it's really amazing, and honestly, I can find light in the darkness a little bit with that. In November of 2024 was when officially I kind of tapped out. I was like, I can't keep working. I can't keep doing this. I need to address whatever's happening. All I can do is thank my friends and family for getting me through, and I'm really, really, really grateful for how much help I've been able to receive in the last year and a half. I feel like I haven't been able to truly accept help until recently. In January, I had the opportunity to go through treatment called TMS, which stands for transcranial lateral stimulation, but basically they hook up this insane machine to your head. They locate the regions of your brain, the mood centers of your brain on both sides, and I think it's around here because that's where the magnetic pulses go in. And they send magnetic pulses to this mood center, so they're basically like waking it up, making it work harder and harder to build it back up like a muscle. Literally, the treatment takes like 5 minutes total. They send those magnetic pulses, and then you go back every single day. Usually you'll get some twitching in your face, or like some people have to wear like a mouth guard. It's kind of crazy. Like my eye was twitching a lot. I had an eyebrow piercing, and so that was like getting all over the place too. Neurostim TMS in Vancouver, the best treatment. I never once felt like a patient, I felt like they were just there to help me, and they were perfect. They were amazing. They were so helpful, so welcoming, so nice. And that was a huge factor in my recovery being so rapid, because I went from not being able to drive, to feed myself, to exercise. I couldn't really do much of anything. I've had depression for a lot longer than just 5 years, but in my life, I've never felt better. I can confidently say that, and I can still say that almost a year later, which I was really afraid that it was gonna wear off. I was afraid it was just gonna be like a placebo effect, just because that's what I'm used to. I've been on like a million medications, and I have quote unquote treatment resistant depression. Kind of just gave up, lost hope a little bit, but this is what did it finally. And unfortunately, it did have to be like my last straw. Ultimately, it worked, and I'm really, really, really grateful. That being said, I was doing this treatment along with extremely intense therapy. It's called IFS therapy. I 10 out of 10 recommend. It really also really worked for me. I found a therapist that I actually trusted and really benefited from. And I also was doing this treatment at the same time. And I was fortunate enough to have savings and family that were able to support me for not working for quite a while. I started slowly working about 8 hours a week a few months after my treatment ended, and I'm still at that job, so it's going good, it's going well. Added some smudgy black liner, and since this was like 2021, I did the little hearts underneath, the little e-girl hearts. I think I did dots instead of hearts So I think I'm gonna do that. And I'm also gonna add my Cherry May heart because this is Cherry May channel. Let's see what we can do. There it is. You guys still like me? I'm sharing, I'm being vulnerable. I'm sharing things. I'm still funny, I swear to God. You have to like be delusional in drag because, especially if you're branded as being stupid, because I definitely am. You've got my little dark tears, and now I'm gonna do my white heart. Okay, so I fully meant to make that like a small heart because this isn't like full drag. I made it bigger than I normally do. So that's really cute. I'm gonna go fix this, put some lips and lashes on, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, here is the finished, recreated 2021 post-breakup look. I'm actually kind of living. I haven't done elevated glam in a while. I wouldn't call this drag. I'd call this glam. I'm really happy about how this turned out, and I'm really happy for how I have turned out so far. I love that version of me, and I love this version of me, and I hope you're nice to yourself today because it helps a lot more than you think it will. I'm doing what I love. I'm with someone that I love. I'm feeling better in my own body. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me yap about my lore. And if you want to see more of me in the meantime, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at CherryMayDrag. I post on TikTok almost every day. So if you want to see some silly, fun, relaxed stuff, go over there. Like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content. I will be posting more on here. I'm gonna do my best. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.